I mean, it doesn't get better than this. Burrito, van, Xbox, beautiful view, and no one else around. Ooh, it's so cold. I hope none of you guys ever have to do dishes in 30-degree weather with 32-degree water in the back of a van by hand. And I know what a few of you might be saying, Ryan, why are you using cold water when you have a water heater? I do have my water heater on, which is this switch right here, but it takes about 15 minutes for the water to get warm. And I just didn't feel like waiting, and I got to use some of that warm water to wash my face and my hair, so I'm trying to not use as much of it as I can to wash these dishes. And I'm also not going to wash all of these dishes because I think I'm almost out of dish soap, 1, and 2, I'm almost back at my house in San Diego. I just want to get enough done to where it's like not overflowing in the sink. Oh, and for those of you guys wondering if this is your first video maybe that you've ever watched, who is this man doing dishes? My name is Ryan, and I live in the back of my self-converted camper van that you can see behind me. And currently, I'm on a road trip across the country from Maryland to California, because when I get to California, I'm going to be building out a Japanese mini truck into a camper, kind of similar to this one, but a lot lighter and a lot smaller. Got enough dishes done, rest organized, whatever you call that, put away. Also, if I'm gonna be honest, I'd much rather have an entirely hot shower than a partially hot dishwashing experience, so that's why I've let my water heater keep going for as long as it has without using it. Also, for those of you guys who watched my last video where I made Navajo tacos, I'm currently still in that exact same spot. I just picked up filming like 15 minutes after my last video ended for this video, so you haven't missed anything other than the 15 minutes that I laid in bed and scrolled on TikTok after I finished filming my last video. And then I think I'm ready to hit the road. I don't think I'm gonna do breakfast today because, you know, I just don't feel like it. Oh, I don't have any shampoo. Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot. I just ran out of shampoo and body wash with my last shower, so I don't really have any, but I'll still rinse out. And this is the thing that sucks about using those 5-gallon Bosch hot water heaters, is you gotta turn on the water and let it run until it cycles through and gets you the hot water, which means you gotta waste a decent amount. Oh, that feels so good. Even just a rinse feels so refreshing. Feel much better. Get a little lotion on the face. And we'll call that a bare minimum van shower. Which honestly is probably pretty good because I've read online that you're not supposed to use shampoo every time you wash your hair, so there we go. Anyways, let's get some breakfast and get out of here. Or I guess let's get out of here and get some breakfast. Yeah, that makes more sense. Really wish my shoes weren't caked in mud, but it's a good thing. Got my driving slippers. I got those stored under my seat just in case I ever need a little backup. And this is the first time I've ever used them, mostly because my feet are very big and these slippers are very small and they're just about busting out of them. Let's go. It's getting late in the morning and I'm hungry. I also need gas too, so hopefully we pull up on a spot that has like a Love's truck stop or a Flying J truck stop that's paired up with a breakfast spot. I just can't wait to get on the road again. All right, hopefully they got some good food here. Looks like they got a Burger King and a few other restaurants that I'm not familiar with. Oh, a crunchy chicken and a Schwartz stop. Not really sure what that is. Some dinosaurs over there. Also, a lot of people ask me in my videos, Ryan, where do you go to the bathroom when you're camping in places like that, especially when it's raining and you're locked in the van? And the answer is I either dig a hole or I hold it in, and I've been living in a van so long, it feels like my body has trained itself to not need to go until I get to a place like this, and then it just hits me like that. And I can imagine if you're someone who suffers from IBS, van life might be a little bit more difficult for you. Unless you had like a composting toilet, but even then. I got my little slippers on, they're sliding off. Definitely not the best shoes. Also, an added bonus, truck stop bathrooms are typically the nicest, especially like when you go to a Love's or a Flying J or one of the big name ones, so that's always a bonus. All right, let's see what they got. I think I might be a little bit too late for breakfast. All right, so they didn't have many options for breakfast in there. Got myself a coffee, and I guess the only thing I have is some Burger King, so that's what we're gonna get. Thank you very much. Pretty cool, you can see that rainstorm off in the distance. Luckily it's not here. Oh. All right, ready to hit the road, but I'm having issues with my metal delivery for my mini truck. I gotta get that figured out.
Okay, I will do.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye. Our metal for the mini truck, at least the framing of it, has been delivered or will be delivered within the next 20 minutes. Exciting stuff. And also the mini truck should be there tomorrow, pretty much exactly when I get there. For anyone who's following along on my trip from Maryland to California, I had to fly back home to figure some stuff out with the delivery of the mini truck because I shipped it from Maryland to San Diego, and it should get there pretty much the exact same time we do tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna camp somewhere tonight and then just finish out the last 5 or 6 hours towards San Diego tomorrow morning. Got a couple hours till we get to our campsite, so check in with you guys once we get there. So the first spot that I wanted to go to was definitely a little bit too muddy, so I just drove past it. And I found this spot like another 20 minutes down the road that should hopefully be a little bit less muddy. And it looks like almost all the way up to the campsite, the road is paved, but it is absolutely beautiful out here. And I know I've said this before and I'll say it again, but driving through the Western US is literally like driving through a Minecraft world. Every 20-30 minutes, there's a new biome. We drove through the mountains where we had snow. We drove through the desert, and now we're in, I guess, like a mountainous desert area where it's 25-30 degrees warmer than it was 20-30 minutes ago. So it's just kind of crazy, but we should be hopefully pulling up to a pretty scenic spot tonight. And again, I just didn't want to risk it. I'm driving all the way to San Diego tomorrow. I need to be there tomorrow, so I wasn't trying to risk it driving down some muddy road and getting stuck, especially out here, because as you guys saw in my last video, when the roads get muddy out here, it doesn't just turn to mud or like wet dirt, it turns into legitimate peanut butter, and you can get stuck in even the smallest amount of it. And there's also rain in the forecast tonight, so. But we're just down some Forest Service Road right now. Forest Service Road 626 out here in Arizona. Looking for a campsite. I think that's it right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is it. Wow, look at that. And this is perfectly fine. A little bit steep getting in here. What? Other than that, it looks very, oh gosh, I'm gonna blow a tire. Other than that, it looks pretty gravelly. So even if we do get rain tonight, we should be fine. And I mean, look at that view. This is why the West Coast is so elite when it comes to van life. Not a single person out here. Absolutely spectacular views almost all the way around, and it's completely free. Looks like it does get muddy in there a little bit, but we'll just pull right up here and call this home for the night. I'm gonna get out and scout around a little bit, see if we can find the best spot in this area, the best view. Still got my little slippers on, but I mean, this one's pretty good. It's just this mound kind of covers up the view. If this area was flat up here, I'd pull up here. But look at that. All of this completely to myself. And we're about 2 miles off the highway, so it is completely dead silent up here. I feel like that's one of the craziest things about van life is when you pull up to a spot like this and there's absolutely nobody around and it's just dead silent. I feel like in today's fast-paced world, it's just not something you get to experience a lot. So I'll let you guys just take it in for a second. And it looks like road gets a little rougher and goes down a little further, but I'm pretty happy with my spot up here. And my hair, it's a little bit windblown right now, but the curls have never looked better. Maybe the secret is to not wash it with soap and just use water. Let's see if we can get the mud off these shoes. So thick. It's just so stuck on there. I'm just gonna let them sit out here and air dry for a little bit so it loosens up. It is so caked on there, that's unbelievable. That's what I'm talking about, that peanut butter mud. Doesn't look bad, but it is. And you know you're starting to make it west when you start to see cacti, paddle cactus. You can eat those. I made a salad with one once. Unless that's not the same variety. Someone let me know in the comments. But that looks like the one I ate minus the spikes. So crazy. Views here, literally 360. All the way around. If it wasn't cloudy, the sun set would be beautiful. But hopefully we'll get a good sunrise tomorrow. So I've been craving Taco Bell for the last like couple hours. And I wanted to get some for dinner tonight, but there weren't any in the area. So I just decided to stop at the grocery store on the way here, right inside, grab some stuff to make my favorite burrito from Taco Bell for dinner tonight, which is the beefy, I think it's the beefy melt. Not too sure, but it's got like cheese, beef, tortilla strips. Very basic. It's like $2 on their menu. Usually when I go, I get like 4 of them. I think I'm gonna make that for dinner tonight, or at least attempt to. Does kind of suck being out here alone sometimes. Makes me feel like I'm going crazy. A lot of the times it would be nice to just be able to sit out here and crack a beer and have some conversation. But then again, I guess that's what I have you guys for. It's been a long week of driving. I guess week and a half since I had to fly home. Kind of ready to be back in San Diego. Been paying rent there for 3 months and haven't been there. So that kind of sucks. But it's worth it when I get to camp places like this. And it's so cool. Like if you come out here, I want to get into more of like an off-roading, backcountry type stuff. And I don't know if I'll be able to do that with the mini truck because although it is off-road, it's not necessarily the best off-roading vehicle. The tires are like literally this skinny. Whenever I get to places like this, there's always roads that look like they just weave all up and down these mountains, all around these areas that would be so cool to go out and explore that I just can't in my two-wheel drive camper van. So I think after the truck, we might have to build some sort of very capable 4x4 camping vehicle to use. Anyways, I want to cook some dinner while the sun's still up. Shouldn't take us too long. It's a very simple dinner. Maybe enjoy it outside if I can get it finished before the sun sets. And actually, I just remembered, I don't know how I didn't remember this. I literally made taco meat last night and I went to the grocery store and bought more. Well, now I'll definitely be done before the sun sets. Because all I gotta do is warm up the taco meat I made last night for my Navajo tacos. Usually I cook more complex meals on my channel, but we're gonna keep it simple with this burrito and just kind of enjoy our last night on the road for a little while. I will say, usually I'm trying to extend my trip as long as possible, but this time I'm trying to get home as quickly as possible because I am so excited to build out this mini truck. It's been something I've been planning for almost probably half a year. Had one builder fall through and a bunch of other complications along the way, trying to find a truck, source a truck, and all this stuff that it just took to get this truck here and finally have everything I need lined up to get it built. So the next video you guys see will likely be me starting the build, but we're just warming up some taco meat. And I got some burrito tortillas. Sometimes when I'm out here doing stuff like this, I wonder how much an experience like this would cost if you had to pay to be able to cook dinner with a view like this. Probably have to get an Airbnb somewhere for $300 a night, or a hotel, or who knows. That's why van life is so cool. I mean, if you don't have a super built out rig like me, and mine is actually considered low quality in today's standards. I see some vans going for $300,000, $400,000, which is absolutely insane. This cost me $20,000 to build out, and in my opinion looks a little bit better than some of the fancier vans. Definitely doesn't have all the bells and whistles like heated floors and saunas and showers and all that kind of stuff, but it has got everything I need and more, and it cost me 1/8 the price to build. I went more so for aesthetics and making it look and feel cool than necessarily having all the cool gizmos and gadgets and stuff, but I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I can cook my food, I can play my Xbox, I can sleep in a bed without having to curl up, and I can keep myself warm. I don't really know what else I need. All right, now that this meat is all heated up, hit it with some sour cream while it's still hot. And then some of this creamy queso that I actually found last minute at the store, and it looked very similar to what they use in the queso, what they use in Taco Bell. So squeeze some of that in there, just a little bit, then I'll mix together. And we can just scoop that into our burrito. And then top it off, hit it with some of these tricolor tortilla chips, some lettuce, a little bit more of this cheese sauce. All right, so I wiped out this pan, put a little more oil in there. I'm gonna test out my burrito rolling skills, see if we can get this looking nice and pretty. Hopefully without ripping it. Really should have heated up this tortilla. That's not bad. I'll take that. But now we'll just wait for this pan to get nice and hot. Throw that in there, crisp it up. Now we're gonna eat with a beautiful view. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. Burrito, van, Xbox, beautiful view, and no one else around. All right, let's see if we can give her a flip without busting her open. Woo! Look at that. She's looking crispy. Also, we got a few ideas for thumbnails for this video, but I think I might try to get one outside while I'm eating my dinner. You know, I got to put on that white hoodie because it's a little more contrasty. Makes me stand out against the background on a thumbnail. So, now you can really see me. Alrighty, I think this is just about done. Oh my gosh, that is a beautiful looking burrito. If you're looking for a Christmas gift, these click chairs are great. Not sponsored, used them for 2 years. Favorite chair, pack away, super comfortable, great to use. This is the first time in a while that I've finished dinner while the sun's still up, so I'm very excited to be able to sit outside and enjoy it. And you know what? Just because it's a close one. Just because I can, I'm gonna set up my table too. Oh, look at that. I didn't even see this spot. Look at that dinner spot. Ow. There we go. Table set up. Grab my chair, my drink, and my plate. And there's nobody out here, so not really worried about leaving the door open. Truly, though, the only thing missing here is someone to share this with. Nights like these really make the rest stops worth it. Cheers. Oh, that was so good. Beautiful day out too. Glad it warmed up. It was freezing cold earlier. I feel like I'm so close to the clouds here. Hearing the wind whistle through the valleys is so cool. Almost sounds like cars driving by. Absolutely stunning. All right, dinner completed. Only use one pan and one dish tonight. This is probably by far the most relaxing night that I've had in the van in a long time. No complex meals, no driving for too long. I drove a decent amount today, but not too much. And then a nice dinner with a view. Can't really ask for much more, but tomorrow we got to drive just about 6 hours back to San Diego. So I got to be up super early tomorrow. I'll probably wake up before the sun comes up. And the sun is starting to set. We're right on the border of a time zone. So it's setting a little bit later than it has been the last few days. It's around 5:30. It's been setting at like 4:30. Pretty soon here, we'll probably get this door closed, hunker down for the night, close those shades, and call it a wrap on this cross-country road trip. This won't be the last. I definitely plan on taking my mini truck to a bunch of places all over the country. Ideally, unless it explodes or breaks down or just all in all doesn't work, can't hold the camper. Don't know yet. We're going to find out over the next month and a half. Either way, very excited to start the process. And also, I still am going to be doing videos in the van. I'll probably do them in between some parts during the build when I'm waiting for supplies or whatnot. I'm not getting rid of this. It's going to be staying in San Diego, and then definitely going to take this thing on a few more trips and do some more cool stuff in it. Oh, and there's someone coming up that trail that was over there too. Probably in some sort of Jeep. Oh, they're going down it. I think that is it for this video and this road trip. So as always, I truly appreciate you guys watching. This last year has been absolutely incredible with all of the things that I've been able to do because of you guys and because you guys watch my videos. So I can't say it enough. Thank you guys. I'm going to do my best to continue putting out great content that hopefully you guys enjoy. And I'm really excited to get started with this truck build. So I'm going to start getting things packed up and getting ready for bed. I will catch you guys next time when I'm building the truck.